What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got the final 9 of the MJ15 card at the Junior World Championships. That's right, we're going to crown ourselves a new world champion by the end of this video. We're in Emporia, Kansas at the Emporia Country Club, and on the card today we've got Luke Taylor, we've got Andrew Miranda, Ryan Mulder, and rounding out the card is Carter Aarons. Shout out to my boy Taco for coming out and grabbing the camera and filming for me while I had caddy duties actually for Andrew. So here's the scores going into the final 9. Got 55 under par for Luke. He's got a 1-stroke lead over Andrew. Pretty much a 2-dog race at this point. Let's see some action.
First on the tee pad from Shefford, Michigan. Sponsored by Discraft Underground Disc Baron, Luke Taylor.
We got Luke up first here. Hole number 1 at the Emporia Country Club is a smash. All you really want to do is find yourself somewhere in the middle of that fairway. That basket off to the right is not the basket they will be playing. They will be playing the one further down the fairway.
Second on the tee pad, sponsored by Dynamic Discs, OTP Buckets from Atascadero, California, Andrew Miranda.
We got Andrew up next here, getting ready to rip on this Raider right down the middle of the fairway. That is a nice hyzer flip. Anywhere in the middle of this fairway is going to be a great spot. Only thing you don't want to do is find out of bounds.
Third on the tee box from St. John, Indiana, Ryan Mulder.
Got Ryan up next here. He has really impressed me. I got to follow his card as you guys watched the last video, or hopefully you watched the last video. I got to follow him around that day as well, and he can mash. He can straight up mash. He reminds me of my game actually back in the day. So very impressive player to watch. Watch out for him in the future.
Rounding out the bottom of the 115 tee time from Gig Harbor, Washington, sponsored by Dynamic Discs, Friction Gloves, Septic and Construction. I'm trying to read Doug's handwriting, I'm really sorry. Carter Aarons!
Carter Aarons. Love this kid. As you guys know, he can smash drop bombs. I know he came up to me right before the final 9. We talked a little bit about strategy, and he's in 4th place. That's the worst he can finish. And he's got a few strokes to make up on 3rd. So he said he's just going to go big. Go big or go home. And if I know his mentality and his capability, he's going big. So you guys are in for a show today. Got Ryan's going to go first here. Like I said, there's really not a whole lot of danger on this hole. If you just kind of keep it straight down the middle. That's a great shot. It's going to be off to the right a little bit, maybe a touch short, but he'll have a relatively easy up and down for what would be a birdie, because I do believe that they are playing this hole as a par 5. Got Andrew up next. Ripping that disc over. Great line, flexed out nicely. Came up probably just a little shorter than he wanted, but he's going to be in good position as well. Now we have Carter. I believe that's that same Ballista Pro that he's been ripping on all week, and this is the same, ripped. Really wish I had a catch cam on this for you guys, because that shot was really nice, and I would have loved to seen it from that other angle, but unfortunately, you work with what you got. Got Luke up, and unfortunately, this is going to find that green a little long and out of bounds. Not the start he's looking for, but a lot of golf left. A lot of very challenging holes coming up. Ryan just going a nice little forehand approach. Andrew doing the same. Andrew with a birdie. This is going to be Luke to save par. Great putt. That is not an easy putt to make after your closest competitor just definitely picked up at least one stroke on you and is looking at potentially picking up another one. So great putt there from Luke. And the eagle for Carter. You'd love to see that. Like I said, go big or go home. And we got Ryan here from about 12 feet. Just a pretty routine putt for him. Moving on, they will be playing hole 2 next. Pretty good little gallery walking down the fairway here. So Andrew had tied it up on the first hole. Got hole number 2 up next. 576-foot par 4. Straight uphill, OB on the left side, and just kind of like cedar trees and nastiness on the right. Nothing to really worry about right OB-wise, and that's a smash by Carter. That is way up on top of that hill.
It's nasty.
That insane. That, man, yeah, just insane. Right side isn't too terrible as long as you avoid the bush that you can kind of see about 200 feet or so off the to the right side there. That's a grabber. If you get in there, it's really difficult to save par. But this is kind of what you're looking for. This is an evader. Just something nice and easy right up that fairway. The shot on this hole is really the second shot into the green. Have Ryan up next, going with his Zeus. And he pulled it a little right. There's that bush I was talking about, and that thing just swallowed it. That is going to be pretty challenging to get up and down from there. You know, birdie from there is almost impossible. Saving par is really kind of what you're looking for at that point. Got Luke up next. So effortless, just looks so effortless. That's going to be up there, pretty much center cut, maybe a touch on the left side, but great spot to be. Got Ryan going patent pending from that bush. He's a little better off than I originally thought, but still, this is no easy shot. Gets under those branches, that's a putt. That's going to be a putt for birdie, which is pretty sick, because I will be honest with you, I've seen a lot of people play this course and this hole, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody get a birdie from inside that bush. If he converts, that's very impressive. Just got a bunch of little forehand approaches here from the rest of the card mates. This is Ryan for that birdie. Yeah. What a putt. My goodness. Well, I can't say I've never seen a birdie from that bush anymore, because Ryan just yeah, that's insane. Fantastic birdie there from Ryan. Everybody else just kind of drops in. It's crazy. So there we have it. Not a whole lot of movement there. Bunch of birdies on the hole. Jumping over to hole number 4, par 3. Really all you want to do is avoid the sidewalk there on the left side. It does come up pretty quick. A little over 400 feet. It's downhill, so it probably plays right around 390 to 400 feet. Got a OB bunker and fairway off to the right, but it should not come into play unless you really pull it. Got Andrew going enforcer. This needs to get down. That got a little bit of a skip, and he found that sidewalk. But the good thing about going OB right there is he's going to have a pretty routine look at saving his par. We have Ryan up next, ripping on that Zeus again.
it look just like the tournament, buddy? It looks like you're the
Fantastic shot. That is part. Great shot there from Ryan. Got Luke up next. He's going to be throwing a Z Raptor. Nice and easy. Doesn't like it. Needs to get a little love. Yeah, he caught that willow tree. If it's coming in early like that, majority of the time you can hit that willow and stay in bounds. We didn't quite get Luke's approach, but he's up there pretty easily. That's Andrew saving his par. He was out of bounds. That's a great par putt there from Andrew. Tap in par there from Luke. Carter will do the same. And then Ryan still hasn't putted. There he is right there for birdie. What a great birdie. After 3 holes, still tied up at the top. Unfortunately, at least I think it's unfortunate, these players are going to be playing hole number 9 from the drop zone instead of the normal tee like they did during the round, which I'm not sure who made that decision or why that decision was made, but either way, maybe it's because of speed of play or what have you. But so the players are forced to throw from the drop zone, and it is a shot that not too many of them probably even practiced during the round. It makes the hole a lot easier, but I mean, it's still not an easy shot by any means. This is Andrew going with his evader. Nice turnover shot. Just want to avoid that fairway that's out of bounds, and he does so. See that group, the group of people ahead of the group here. That is where the basket is. So typically, this is about where the tee shots would be landing, about halfway down here, kind of where you see that landscaping off to the left, kind of by that red stake. Anywhere in there is where people are typically going to be landing on the normal hole number 9. And Carter going for the green kind of sawed that off for a little bit. Didn't quite get the height he probably wanted. He's got some work to do. Got Luke up next going forehand. Looks pretty good. Nice safe shot. He's going to be looking right at the basket from there. Ryan up first. Looking pretty good. Maybe a touch left. I don't know if it caught that tree or not, but that was a great line from where he was at. Got Luke here throwing his approach. This needs to get a little sneaky. That's going to be on the edge. He's going to have a look, but not going to be an easy one. He's got his work cut out for him. It looks like Carter trying to pitch out, maybe caught a tree. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to advance down the fairway too terribly far. And there's his other out. That looks like it may have snuck back into the woods, but far enough down the fairway he should have a look at the green. Andrew throwing a nice approach right there. Yeah, this is Carter's. Carter's shot didn't quite find the woods, but he's not going to be too happy with that. A little more work cut out here for Luke, but not too bad. He didn't get to, 56 under par by missing those putts, that's for sure. Great birdie there. I believe they're calling that an eagle, but I don't know why. That would be an eagle if they played the normal tee, but from the drop zone, this plays like a par 4 all day. There's no way that this is a par 5 for any players in this MJ15 division from the drop zone. So you're going to see some eagles today on this hole, which are really probably just birdies, but you know, it is what it is. So a bunch of threes there, and Carter with the 5, trying to get a little aggressive and go probably for the quote albatross, but coming up just a little bit short. Moving on to hole 11, it's 408 feet. You got OB all down the left side with this cart path. And that looked like it skipped off the cart path, but it found the green grass, so he is in bounds. Looking at about a 27, 28 footer for his birdie. That would have been Ryan. Do have a green off to the right that is also out of bounds. You got to pull it pretty hard to find that green. Andrew up next, going enforcer. Playing the shade golf. I respect it. That left him about 36 or so, probably pretty close to circle's edge, maybe just outside. Got Luke up next. On an ESP nuke. This looks kind of tight. Needs to check up. Oh, just so stinking close. Just barely scooted out of bounds. That's pretty unfortunate, but at least he's going to have a circle 1 putt to save his par. Carter up here going enforcer. This needs to get down as well. And it's not going to happen. He's going to be OB as well, but he's going to have a pretty close. Looked like his disc went OB pretty close to the basket, so this is Luke to save par from probably 40 feet. All day. What a putt. What a par save there from Luke. This is going to be Andrew to take a stroke from Luke, give himself the sole possession of the lead. Just a little high and left. He knew it right out of the hand. It's not a very easy putt right there with a slight uphill with OB right behind it, knowing that it's for the lead. But he drew some metal. He can move on to the next hole. Didn't lose any strokes on the hole, so that's a positive. It's a positive thing to take to the next hole. We've got Carter up next. It's Carter to save par all day. Chuck's right there in the background picking up Carter's disc. That's Tyler and Carter's dad. Big supporter of the kids playing disc golf. I love to see that. This is Ryan to pick up yet another stroke on the card. And he connects. Great birdie from Ryan. So there you have it. Still tied upon the top. Going into hole number, this is hole number 13 on the course. Just a little bit of an uphill, kind of a hyzer line. You just really want to throw this thing flat and get a nice little scoot over to the left. Kind of like that. Maybe give it a little bit more power so you don't have to stress too hard. There is OB all down the left side, about circle's edge left of the pin. Andrew up here. He is going to be throwing his Lucid X Felon. Or maybe not Lucid X. I believe this is just a Lucid. Good line. That tree may have helped. That could have possibly found the OB on the left side. Caught those trees and drops. He'll have a pretty easy up and down there for his par. So this kind of leaves the door open for Luke to potentially get a stroke here. We're running out of holes during this final 9. Luke, this looks a little bit high. Catches the same tree and drops pretty close to Andrew's shot. Doesn't look like there's going to be a new leader after this hole, at least. Got Carter up, going enforcer, trying to put it in the bucket. Gets a skip, just past it. Great shot there from Carter. That would have been awesome to see that thing just jump right up into the chains. Luke, just nice, easy forehand approach there from a knee. Looks like Andrew has a bit of a putt, maybe a little low line. I mean, you'd have to get pretty aggressive on that putt to make it. You'd have to go pretty low and put a lot of momentum on it because of how low the ceiling was. And if you miss, there's a chance you're going to find the out of bounds. So you don't want to make that mistake this late in the round. Got Ryan for birdie for a turkey. Basically a turkey. Just a little bit wide there. And a little bit high. He's not going to be happy with it. Carter for birdie. Great birdie there. Andrew cleans up his par. Ryan is going to have to settle for bogey. And Luke pars as well. All right, still tied atop the leaderboard here. Not a whole lot of movement from 3rd and 4th place. Going to hole number 16. This is a fun one. 262. Plays a little shorter than that probably. Carter going to Emac Judge there and just turned it a little bit too much. Caught that tree and went out of bounds. You know he was trying to ace that. You know he was trying to throw that thing in. This could be a make or break hole for the leaders here. Find the green. Get yourself a birdie. Andrew's in a great position here to put a little pressure on Luke. Andrew goes forehand enforcer. Nice shot there. Just comes in just perfect. Perfect speed, perfect height. Everything was perfect on that shot. He's going to have himself a drop-in birdie. Now Luke up next. This is not going to be easy for Luke. He's throwing a Z-Raptor. He's going forehand as well. If I'm in Luke's shoes right now, I'm just trying to put this on the green. Just put this anywhere in bounds. Even if you got to utilize that wall long. Ooh, or just try to throw it in. He found the green, though. That's a great clutch shot there from Luke, knowing that his closest competitors definitely picking up the birdie there. Great play, great way to step up and commit to that shot and succeed. Ryan up next, going forehand. This needs to get up. Oh, no, it doesn't. It needs to get down. What? That thing just jumped the wall. You like to see a smile on the kid's face, so I can't believe that. I don't think I've ever seen a skip over the wall. That's very unfortunate, so he's out of bounds. He will join Carter from the drop zone. This is the safe par. Height looks good. Oh, just a little left, or right, rather. Good bid, though. All right, you got Luke. He's checking out the distance on that to see how far out he is to know if, should I go for this or not? You know that's in his head. And I'll be honest, if I'm looking at this putt, I probably go for it, but I don't know, man. Percentages on this putt, this has got to be a 38 to 40 footer, maybe 35. But still, if you miss, you're losing minimum 2 strokes if you go OB. He just kept that a little bit low there. Pretty fortunate that he didn't find the out of bounds, especially with Andrew being parked right there by the pin. And this is Andrew to pick up his birdie and a stroke lead going into to hole 17 or hole number 8 of our final 9. So we got a par, a birdie, and a couple bogeys there. All right. We got a change atop the leaderboard. We got Andrew with a 1-stroke lead going into 17 here. Playing as a par 5 for these guys. I think it's probably closer to a par 4 for their skill level, but par's irrelevant this late in the game. It's pretty much match play at this point. Andrew puts it a little bit low. He's going to be well out of position there. He's going to have to either make a decision to either go for the green or just lay up. Kind of depends on what Luke does here on this tee shot. You know, the pressure is just directly on Luke's shoulders here on this tee shot. Taking a little extra time, making sure his hand's dry. Making sure he executes this shot. Throwing his nuke. And this is lasered. Just absolutely punished down the fairway. That's great position. That's pretty much exactly where you want to be. Yeah, you can drop that disc in the middle of the fairway anywhere and say, I want to play from here. That's pretty close to where you're going to be dropping the disc. Got Carter going Ballista Pro, ripped it over. This thing is moving as well. Nice skip. That's a great shot as well. He's pretty close to that OB line. He's inbounds, but he's going to have a wide open look at that basket. Got Ryan up next. Little low, but high enough, I'd say. He's in an all right position. All right, this is for all the marbles basically. You put this one in bounds, and you know it's all over for the most part. And this was such a great line, great shot. Just didn't quite execute. Just that disc came up probably 8 to 10 feet short. He needed a little bit more height on it. So unfortunately, he's going to be moving up not too terribly far with a stroke penalty. Door is opening up a little bit more for Luke. So this is where Andrew's drop is going to be. Throwing 4 from back here. He's going felon. A little bit wide. Almost hits the golf cart that was kind of in the way. A little bit in the way, but I think he wanted to go a little bit higher than that. But he's going to have a long look to save par.
Good.
Luke didn't like that out of his hand, but he's going to be all right. He's going to have himself probably what would be probably a 40-ish footer, maybe 50-footer for eagle look, which, like I said, par 5, but probably plays as a par 4 for most of these guys. Got Carter going thumber. Big smash up over the top. My arm, back, legs, neck, everything hurts just watching that shot. But he pulled it off. Ryan there throwing a nice little hyzer. So this is Andrew to save par. He needs this one. He needs this to fall. And gave it one heck of a run. Just off the chains there. Can't ask for much more. What a great bid there from Andrew. Got Luke up for eagle. And he makes good. That veteran caught that bad boy right there. He is stoked. He knows how big that putt was. Eagle on 17 to pick up a couple strokes. Going into hole number 18 or hole number 9 of this final 9. Luke may have just won the world title on hole number 8 of the final 9 with that eagle. Got Ryan up next for his 4. Makes good. Great putt there. Good birdie. Andrew taps in his, I believe, a 6. You know, he's pretty disappointed with that. But proud of the kid for, you know, coming up with a game plan and sticking to it. So there you go, guys. 3-stroke swing gives Luke a 2-stroke advantage going into hole number 18. Par 3 from the short tee. All Luke has to do really is put this thing in bounds. The only danger on this is there's an OB line long, and of course you've got the pond all down the right side, and it is to an elevated basket. So if you have to make a putt on this last hole, you know, it could get a little tricky at that point. But he puts it in play. He should be able to just lay up from there, unless something crazy happens with Andrew throwing an ace run, because you know he's going to be trying to ace this last hole. Got Carter going enforcer. Little high, probably higher than he wanted. Drifted out there a little bit left. He's going to probably have a 35-foot downhill putt with nothing but death behind it. Nothing like a big death putt to finish your world championships, right? Or your amateur career too, spoiler alert. Ryan pulls this a little low, little right. He is going to find OB. He's not going to be able to move too terribly far up that. He's going to have to go to the water's edge there and throw his 3rd shot.
It's at the top of the grass.
All right, Andrew. He's going Raider here. He know he's going for this ace. He wants to make some magic happen. Maybe get his inner James Conrad out and see if he can't throw one in on the last hole. Really love this line. I love this angle. I love the disc. Just a little bit low, but what a great run. Got Ryan throwing his 3rd. Good approach. Have Carter, this is that death behind that you see, and makes good. Wow, just never a doubt. These kids have no fear. There is no fear in these kids, and I love it. Got Ryan up next. Might as well run for this too. There's really nothing to worry about. Just off a little bit there. Gonna have Andrew up next for his birdie look. From probably circle's edge, maybe just inside. Not an easy putt, but he jams it like it's nobody's business. Great run there, Andrew, at the championship. Very proud of you, kid. Watch for this kid in the future. Bright things coming. Can't wait to watch him on the tour. Him and Carter and Ryan and Luke for that matter. All Luke had to do was lay that one up. He's going to have himself tap in for a 1-stroke victory at the Junior World Championships. You know he's excited. All his fans back home in Michigan are very excited for Luke right now.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to the 2021 MJ15 World Champion here at the PDGA Junior Disc Golf World Championships, Luke Taylor. Yeah.
And Luke getting some love there from Dad, friends, fans, card mates. Pretty awesome to see. 60 under par is what Luke finished at. Andrew coming up just one stroke behind him. Fantastic play from all of these guys, and I'm very, very excited to watch them throughout their careers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Been a great time out here at the Junior World Championships. I really hope you guys enjoyed this coverage. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.